Kobbie Mainoo's half-brother Jordan decided to put all the attention on himself by wearing a free Kobbie Mainoo t-shirt at Old Trafford for the Bournemouth game. I don't even know where to start with this, honestly, because it is such a f***ing stupid thing to do on so many levels if you're there to try and support Kobbie. Yeah, I've got a fair few things to say about this. I was really hoping that we were going to leave the conversations of annoying brothers or half-brothers of academy graduates at the door when Garnacho left. Apparently not. Mate, what Mainoo's half-brother did in that Bournemouth game, mate, just the mind boggles. It really, really does, right? You know, the first thing I want to say in this video, right? And I waited all day to sort of think about this properly. Kobbie played pretty damn well, I thought, when he came off the bench against Bournemouth. Got half an hour, and I think was a real difference for United going forward. Were we sturdy enough in defence? No, same problems no matter who your midfielders are. But we should be talking about that cameo, right? I actually thought it was a pretty good cameo. I called it excellent on Twitter. Maybe that was a little bit overzealous. But it was a good cameo. But instead, we're talking about his half-brother, Jordan. And this t-shirt that he decided to wear, mate, have you ever seen a more attention-grabbing in your whole life? I'm not sure. But yeah, let's go and have a look at what's being reported after the game and after Kobbie's performance. BBC. Nope, no mention of the performance, just a t-shirt. Daily Mail. Nope, no mention of the performance. You get the pattern here. ESPN, the same. Sun, the same. Manchester Evening News. The Independent. The Mirror. TalkSport. You see the trend here. None of them are speaking about Kobbie's performance, and everybody is speaking about this whopper. And before I really just kind of finish what I want to say on him, last plug for this Christmas present. Now, Christmas is coming up. I love beer. You love beer. Big up to Beer 52. They're offering you the chance to get a case of 10 free beers. Who doesn't love free beer? And they are 10 unique beers that you won't find anywhere else. Beer 52 are the UK's #1 beer club. Every month they visit a different place. UK, US, Germany. A big variety of beers that you won't really get anywhere else. Now, if you go beer52.com/UTD, you can get yours. But let me taste one. This looks like a tasty little number. Man, that's tasty. I love beer. That there brewer is kind of like a light hoppy ale, but there's different darker ones. You can have just a box of light beers if you want, or a mixture. It's completely up to you. You can choose. Just make sure you follow the link in the description. And yeah, on top of that, this comes in every month, the Ferment magazine. You can have a little quick read through that. You want a little snack? How about a snack? Kernel corns. Bit of Bombay mix. Of course, you can cancel at any time. Just go beer52.com/UTD. You can grab your free case. All you got to do is pay for delivery. Christmas coming up. Who doesn't love a nice variety of beer? But as I was saying, all right, I'm trying to get through the mental process of thinking this was a good idea. Because you know what's going to happen now is people are going to be expecting Kobbie to respond to this, to find out whether Kobbie knew anything about it. And the conversation isn't going to be about the football. And I'll be honest, I've got nothing but good things to say about how Kobbie's handled himself throughout this entire process. Right from the very beginning, when he was out in USA with Jordan and Yoro training in before the preseason even began, the off-season. I've not really heard anything or seen anything that suggests to me that Kobbie's had a bad attitude, that he's been complaining or moaning or leaking stuff to the press or doing this or doing that. And this just undermines it all. It takes all the spotlight away from the performance against Bournemouth, all the spotlight away from just the football itself, to turn it into a Love Island style side story, which is right up his street. And it's just, I can't, and that's I mentioned it before, right? But Garnacho's brother, man, jeez, was he annoying in the indirects and social media this and social media that. And it's the side stories of football that are part and parcel of the modern game way more than they were back in the day, because social media exists. But now, before the game against Villa, do you think that Ruben Amorim is going to be asked about Kobbie's performance against Bournemouth? Now, probably. But it will be very quickly followed by a question about that t-shirt and a question about a side story and a distraction that A, doesn't help Kobbie Mainoo, and B, Ruben Amorim doesn't want to hear about. And Casemiro suspended for the Villa game, by the way. And Mbeumo and Ahmad have left. Not that the Ahmad absence really has any impact on whether or not Kobbie would play, but you're probably likely to potentially see Bruno playing further forward. Maybe. Or even if he doesn't, Casemiro suspended. It's just, I feel sorry for Kobbie, man, if I'm honest. That's my main reaction to that. It's childish. There really hasn't been an example in the history of Manchester United, I don't think, where player power has ended up winning, really. Overall. Not in the eyes of fans. It's this sort of behaviour where we're all sick of it, really. Sick of it with Garnacho and his brother. And now, conversations are going to exist about Mainoo and his brother. When they really shouldn't, in terms of how he's been conducting himself. Professional the whole way through. And I hope he gets his opportunity against Villa. I genuinely think we were a better attacking team against Bournemouth in that second half after Kobbie came on compared to what we were. I think, to be fair, we were attacking great the whole game, to be fair. But he certainly allowed us to continue that when we were pressing for the third and the fourth goals. It's just, I don't know, imagine your brother did something like that. You'd be like, mate, what are you doing? What goes through your mind to think that's a good idea and that's going to help Kobbie? It doesn't. But it gives him a little bit of attention, which ultimately is probably why he did it. So now we're going to have to wait and see what is asked in the pre-Villa press conference. Kobbie himself is going to be asked at the next time that he has an interview about that, probably. It's frustrating to see. I just can't believe he did it. Somebody who was supposed to be there in support of his half-brother goes and does that. I'll be giving him a quick clip around the ear. That's being polite.